Hello everyone. Today we'll see about maps. So let me create a class, and by the help of code we'll try to understand. So what I will do, I will click on this add button. I will create a class. I will create a simply a randomly class here. So we are going to discuss about maps here. So the first thing is that to define a map, I need to use this keyword map, and I will say my map equals to, here I say new map, and here what I will do, I will define my type. So let me say the type is second here. So let me say the type as string, and here also let me say the type as string. Now if you remember in our set and list video we have used this type. So similarly in maps we need to use it 2 times, because map is nothing, it's a key value, right? Key value. And it's similar to dictionary if you have used other programming language like Python and all those, where you have key value pair. Now the important thing here you need to remember is that this is a key value, so it cannot be duplicated. So what I mean by this, so let's say inside your my map. Okay, first of all let's see how you can insert the element here. Now to insert your element here, what you could do, you could use this keyword. You can write my map, you can say insert here. Now here you see you need to define your key value followed by value. So what is your key value? Let's say here we are writing our customer number. Let's say C1 is my customer group, and C1 is my customer number, and let's say C1 is my customer group for that customer. So this is how you are going to insert data into your my map. So let me insert a few more data as well, few more data here. So we'll say, and let me see it as C01, and here my map dot insert, and here go back here. Yeah, let me say C02, and here I will say C2 group, comma, and here let me insert one more element here. So I will insert one more element, that is C03, comma, here I will say C3 group. Alright, so we have inserted few elements into our map. Okay, so what I mean by this, if you write here C02, so this is not going to work because you are giving a duplicate key value. So this is not possible. So let me make it C03. So this is how you are going to insert, you are going to define your map, and in this way you are going to insert data into your maps. Now the main thing is that how we can leverage this map. Now to iterate through your maps, you are going to have 2 methods. You have something called map enumerator, and you could use enumerator function here, and here you will say my map dot get enumerator. Okay, this is how you are going to get enumerator for this map. Then what I will do, I will display info statement. Here I will say enumerator. Okay, so that will differentiate. So here I will write my enumerator function dot, I will say move next, and inside my loop I can display my data. So I will say info strfmt, and here I can say key is this, and value is this. And here then I could display my value. So I can say enumerator dot okay, let me say here value, and here let me say 2. I will say enumerator dot, I need to define key value. I need to use this current key function to get the value, and then I will say enumerator again dot current value. So I will close all the braces here. Let me save this. Now we'll print one more info statement here. Now we'll use our iterator. So I'll say iterator, iterator, and then I will use this map iterator. I will say map iterator, and I will say equals to new map iterator, and here I can pass my map iterator. Sorry, I can use here, I can insert my map here. Right, so now I will say while iterator, so my map iterator. Let me make this as simple iterator here. And I'll say here iterator dot more. I'll use this more function. Close it, will start my loop and will end my loop here. Here I could simply say info and say iterator dot key value, and then iterator dot value. Now I will use this iterator dot next method. Iterator dot next method here. Right, so we have seen how to define a map, how to insert data in map, how we can iterate through our loop using both enumerator and iterator method both. Now let's see about few more important functions that you should must know. That is a lookup function. So what I mean by that is, so you say my map dot, so there's a function called lookup. Okay, inside this lookup function you can pass your key value. Let us understand, you want to get your C03 value. So what is your C03? C03 is nothing, it is C3 group, right? So if you want to get a value, so in real case when you will use map, so typically you want to know, whether this value already exists or not. So in that case you could use this function. So what you could do, you could write here if a statement and you could say my map dot exist. First of all, you could make sure that your data is available, so you could use this exist function. So this also required a key value. So the difference between your exist function and lookup function is that so the difference is that, let me put this here. So this will simply give you this value C3 group, but whereas this will give you a true false like exist. Exist simply tell whether that exists, like it will return true or false based on whether that key would be available in that map, but whereas this my lookup will give you the exact result. Since it is going to give me the exact result, so what I will do, I will display this as well. So for that I will write my info statement here as strfmt, and here inside this let me say C03 exist and its value is something like this. Alright, and let me close these braces. And let's say if you want to remove any element from your map, so for that you could use this function like my map dot remove, and let's say you want to delete your C02 element, so you could use this one. So let us do a build and then see the output. So our output is available here. So let me see here. First of all, we printed this enumerator. So we printed this enumerator, it is coming from here. Then then we will get key value. Key would be C0, 1, 0, 2, Z3, and the value would be this C1, C2, C3 group. So when I go to info statement, we are getting exactly same result. Now this will get so enumerator is used, then we have shifted towards iterator. So let me open this iterator here. Okay, so here if you see, only this key value is coming here. One second. My enumerator. Yeah, here you see only these values are coming, and then this particular function is running like if map exists, if C03 exists. Since this exists, so it is going to display you this C3 group value. So now let us see the complete code now. So to define a map, you can simply use this equals to new map function. Here you need to define your data types. So we are going to use string values for key as well as for value. So that's why we have defined here string and type. Then we simply inserted 3 records into our map. We said like C01 is this group, C02 is this, C03 is this. Then to iterate towards our map, we use this map enumerator. And here we use this get enumerator function. Then we iterated through a loop and we simply printed data. Now to get this, we use this current key and current value. Then we use our map iterator function. Here we need to pass our map. And here we will use this more function, then we'll use key value, then we'll say, to move to next record, we'll use this. And at the end, you should also know about this great function that is lookup, which will actually give you the exact value of the key. So in our case, the C03 value was C3 group, so that's why it get printed here C3 group. And this exist function is also important because it will return your boolean value whether this record already exists. So even before printing the record, it is best and good practice to first of all check whether that record exists. So that's why we have used here exist. And then at the end, we have seen how to remove or delete an element from map. That is simple. You put remove and you put the key value here. So thank you for watching this video.